Hey fellas, I'm still not sure what the heck is going on in my analytics lately, but I'm not complaining. So here's a gaming vlog. It's not just about what I'm playing lately, but also some events that have happened as of late. It's that some are pleasant, some are not, some I have been meaning to address, others I was not initially planning on, including some details I just found out about out a few moments ago, but earlier today, as in. So let's get started. Okay, so let's start with new release dates of some titles, which apparently, as you can tell by my thumbnail, that Splatoon 3, which is originally going to be released in the summer, as well as Xenoblade Chronicles 3, which are actually going to be released in the fall, have basically switched release windows with Splatoon now coming September 9th, and Xenoblade now coming on July 29th. I'm more into Splatoon than Xenoblade, but if you want to enjoy this one, then go ahead and do it. I'm not going to hold it against you at this point. It's also coming the same day as Digimon Survive, which, at least in most territories, is coming out a day earlier in Japan. But I was not expecting to cover that update in this fashion, so there's that. Yeah. On that note, Sonic Origins now officially coming out on June 23rd. And while I'm still looking forward to playing these games again, both in original remastered forms, heck, it will be worth it alone for me with both Sonic CD and Sonic 3, since they don't release those ones as often as I used to. But at the same time, there's been some divisive reception over how they're approaching the pre-order bonai. I just think it's confusing, as others do, about which version, depending on which ones you have access to right away, even though all the content is technically unlockable in game. Um, but I'm definitely not going to be getting it on PC. Most likely going to be on Switch or PS4, mainly because of the de novo DRM scheme, which, as has been documented, especially someone who's not the biggest fan of DRM at all, all actually has known to make games run worse than if and actually cracked copies of the game and would, and only performing better after remove the de novo, as has happened with stuff like Doom Eternal, Resident Evil Village. As I mean, as Palpatine might say, ironic that attempts to deter her piracy end up actually making it more desirable. Not that I endorse that. I mean, I'm also not buying this whole riding the high sea situation, because to me, it wouldn't even be like the Jungle Cruise ride at Disney. Still saying off order for now. Yeah. It was on a subject I was hoping I wouldn't have to address, but I was waiting for the company's special response but here we go. It turns out that some of the people who have been doing repairs for Nintendo, specifically working on the Joycons that were sent in, were not only working on contrast, they also worked on the infamous Aston Carter, which may not be the most well-known firm, but I quickly found out, and I was not pleased when I did. Yeah. And with this being the case, I and the response on they are at least listening to complaints, and hopefully the case scenario is that they dump Aston Carter and work on improving working conditions, which shows they are at least willing to listen and to feedback when they don't have a choice. I mean, I know a few who companies could learn to think about that. Yeah. That said, some of the response does still kind of weird me out. Like the whole fact that the ongoing litigation with the controllers, claiming that they just wear down for the user wear and tear and compare them to, of all things, car tires. Well, based on the failure rate of these particular designs, I'd say these would probably be like the Firestones of controllers. I mean, granted, I lived through the 2000s when and the worst of their failures were occurring. Even though still making parts, Firestone's reputation never fully recovered. Hence my slight of them just now. But given how I got my Wii U and my PS4, or well before my Switch, and they're still holding up okay. Hey, and in this case, I really hope that they can improve the working conditions. And in the meantime, since the ones that came my sister out of contract already, I'm gonna go get some of those kits from iFix in the near future and just do it myself. It's relatively routine. Maybe it just needs even just to clean like the debris out of there, like I had to do with like some like the mouse on my computer back in the 90s, which before they had touchpads and laser mice became standard. But anyway, I definitely thank you once again for the support. I'm definitely going to make the most of the remaining few days of this month, and especially have plenty of videos to cover, and including one to have close out this month on positive notes, as well as another one that'll be a bit more drastic. Here's what we see what it is. So that'll be all for now. Take care, everyone.